was definitely the hardest day yet to wake up, just because I went to sleep not too long ago. But we're here, we're at work, we're grinding, and gonna invest a whole nother day full of input. Might have to use AI to get rid of these pimples. Real quick, I'm gonna expose myself. So on family dinners Sundays, I usually eat dessert just because my family makes it and they know that I'm gonna fold. But this Sunday they were gonna make brownies, but they forgot it. But I was expecting brownies, so I went ahead and took the brownies home because my grandma had some at her house, and I ended up making them last night. I usually don't eat junk food, but I don't want to eat a whole pan of brownies, so if I'm allowed to, I'm just gonna give it to my coworkers, and it'll add to my reputation. People will see if it's from me, and if they see that, they know that I'm a giver, and they'll think good of me even if they don't know me. My moral of that story is giving is one of the easiest ways to get people to like you. It could be something physical or simply a compliment. Since I didn't have my AirPods yesterday, I'm so much more excited to use them today to learn. Shift complete, and I have some very valuable lessons for you. I want to talk about an interaction that I had at work today. This older gentleman asked me what my ethnicity was, to which I replied, I'm half white and I'm half Indian. My dad is from India. And he said he's always wanted to go there. He really wants to travel. So I told him he should. You only have one life. But what he replied to me crushed my soul a little bit. He said he's 49 and he has like 17 years before he can retire. And I wish I could give him a solution, but I couldn't. The best thing I could tell him is do whatever it takes. But the case is different for you, because chances are you are under 49. So to me, you have two options. A, you pick a career path that you can tolerate, and you become a wage slave for 8/10 of your life. And then maybe one day you might be able to retire and take vacations at an old age. Or B, dream big, believe failure is impossible, and then back it by action. And I believe as long as you do that, then you can't fail. There are only two possible outcomes. You either achieve your dream life and do what you want for a living, or you die before then. And if you think that's risky, let's look at the contrary. Again, you work a job that you might tolerate for majority of your life, so your boss and their boss can enjoy their lives and potentially die before you're even able to take those vacations at an old age. So really, which one is the risk? Now, this is just my opinion. I could be wrong, but I would rather do this for a majority of my life and look back at 50 and be proud that I chased my dreams rather than live with regret. Also, while I was at work, I was listening to an audiobook by Brian Tracy, and I heard a couple of great quotes that I'm gonna share with you. So first off, when in doubt, double your rate of failure, because the more things you try, the more likely you are to triumph. Your self-esteem is the most important factor in determining how you think, feel, and behave. Your level of self-esteem largely determines what happens to you in your life. Your self-esteem is best defined as how much you like yourself. The more you like yourself or love yourself, the better you perform at anything. And by the law of reversibility, the better you perform, the more you like yourself. Your self-esteem is the energy source that determines your level of confidence and enthusiasm. The more you like yourself, the bigger the goals you will set for yourself, and the longer you will persist in achieving them. People with high self-esteem are virtually unstoppable. The more you like and respect yourself, the more you like and respect others, and the better they feel towards you. Leading on that, let's go build my self-esteem by getting a sick pump. Ladies and gentlemen, I got my pump back. For a long period of time, I was slacking off and I lost my physique. My physique used to be around this level of leanness, but since I've been locking in, grinding nearly every single day, besides rest days of course, I'm gradually getting my physique back. But not only that, it's better than before. So I'm just so happy about it. And it goes to show, if you show up every single day, you won't notice a difference day by day, but eventually there will be a difference. Eventually, you will break the plateau of latent potential. Today has been full of highs and lows, and I think it's important that I reflect upon them so I can analyze them. So the first high is after that interaction, and I had those thoughts that came after it, I wrote them down in my journal. And I just felt such a high. Like, I'll show you the clip here whenever it happened. Because I had that nap yesterday, I'm fully awake now, and I feel absolutely outstanding after that perspective. It's like I lit my own wick. And then not long after, I had a pretty big low. For my lunch, I really wanted sushi, but it costs like $9 for a 15-piece, and I'm trying to save money so I can afford a laptop. And it's not the healthiest option, so I used AI to try to find the best option for my lunch, and I found this chicken that I bought. But I didn't realize that I had to have an air fryer or an oven, and I only had a microwave. So after I bought it, I was like, you know what, fine, that is a sign, I might as well just grab the sushi. So that's what I did. But then I felt guilty afterwards. Like, sure, I enjoyed it, but like I said, it's not the healthiest and it cost some money. So I just felt a lot of guilt after that. And I'm not gonna lie, I fell for my own trap and ate some of those brownie bites, but a lot of people ate them, so that's good. But as you saw in that pump, I'm still lean, so I was very surprised and happy about that. Once I got home, I recorded that video where I talked about the audiobook and the interaction at work. And I want you to guess how many takes it took me and how long it took me. It's an embarrassing amount, by the way. Final guess? 72 takes in an hour for that video. And even this video here, this is probably like my 15th time trying to say the simple statement, just because I keep stuttering and I'm not saying what I'm trying to say. I just listened to a podcast the whole time while I was working out on how to speak, because I clearly don't know how. I'd love to be a master articulator, and that is why I kept resetting. Every time I mess up, I would restart the video because I want to do it all in one take. And it's not like I was doing it off the top of my head. I literally had the script on my phone, and I would read a line and then try to articulate it, and I still mess it up. So it goes to show I'm not a master articulator, but luckily the subject was about your self-esteem. So I wanted to be hard on myself, but I tried to understand that I'm just human and failure is inevitable, and every time I fail, I am getting better. So yeah, that was a pretty big low. I wasted a lot of time, but I finally was able to commit to just doing it regardless of the mistakes. And then I went and worked out and I had a great pump, and that was a super big high. So we can learn from these situations. What makes you feel good and what makes you feel bad. I want to become a master articulator just because it is my dream job, just to be able to speak so clearly and share a point to whoever and make an impact on them. But also in the current moment, it would save me so much time editing. I edit out so many mistakes, and once I'm able to just speak with minimal mistakes, if not any, then I would be able to save so much time in the editing process. But until then, I must continue and fail and fail and fail again until I become a master communicator. It is so nice out today. I'm gonna take him to the dog park, enjoy the sunlight for a little bit, and then back to the grind. Watch and I'll show you how to achieve another high. Now I feel even greater than before, and mind you, I am not a runner. I do not enjoy cardio. It isn't even part of my routine. I didn't have to do that, but I used leverage to get myself to do it. So let me explain how. First off, it's just extremely nice out. I felt like I was missing out if I didn't. Second, I just had a great pump, so if I do cardio, I'm able to add into that, which I definitely want after seeing the results. And three, I simply just felt better after the pump. I'm more likely to do things that improve myself. If I'm improving myself, if I'm taking action towards the person I want to become, it makes it easier to become that person. And whenever you run, you gain clarity. It clears your mind and helps you prioritize valuable thoughts. And here are the valuable thoughts I had. I walked past a table and I realized it is so nice out. I can do a lot of my routine outside, so that's what I'm gonna do. And then also, I passed the pool. I don't know if I'm gonna utilize it today, but I figured I can combine leisure with work. I could utilize the pool to not only enjoy the water in the weather, but to get some cardio in. So I think I'm gonna do that in the future. And something I just noticed, I'm already speaking better. I was stuttering so much before, but I have such more of a clear mind now, and I'm able to articulate so much better. This is some great progress. A great lesson for myself, or for you if you have a dog, is after I got done running with him, as you saw, he was listening really good. And usually he's really bad at pulling, but he walked in between my legs for a long time and even up the stairs. So if I want to get him to listen, take him on a run. I took a shower and I also groomed myself because it's been a while. I believe it is the easiest way to instantly improve your physique. It's crazy the drastic difference it makes. It took a little bit, but I feel fresh now and I'm so excited to do my routine outside where it's super nice out. I'm glad there's still sunlight. It's a great temperature. This is honestly what I miss about California. It just feels amazing like this majority of the time. This is rare for Missouri, but I'm gonna make the most out of it and do my routine. My question of the day in Drafty is, what's a quote or saying that resonates with you and why? This is a great question, and my answer, of course, is stay sedulous and I will persist until I succeed. I love these quotes and I preach them every single day because I believe in them and I love what they stand for, and I want to make those quotes popular through my channel one day. I will persist until I succeed comes from a book, The Greatest Salesman in the World, but stay sedulous is a quote that I made. But both of them essentially mean dedicate yourself towards something and do not stop until you achieve it. A vocab word of the day for you is polyglot, which means one who can speak or write several... Shh, I'm about to kill this bug.
It's a freaking grasshopper.
So loud. A polyglot is one who can speak or write several languages. Whenever I reflect on this page of goals I've listed for myself. But one of my goals is to reflect on all of my entries. Now I have a ton of entries in different journals, in my notes app, in my journal app, in my docs, in my Notion app, and hopefully one day I can condense them all, but for now I am going to reflect on some old entries that I've been wanting to do for a while. Schedule complete. Alright, let's update the board. The only things left to do is edit my YouTube video and meditation. So I'm about to meditate, then I'll edit my YouTube video. By the way, I decided to add my current subscriber count because I think it would be really cool to keep track of that and see the growth over time. And there was an exception for training my clients today because both of them were busy, but that's okay. It saved me a lot of time. It's been a little bit since I've had time to meditate for a while, but when I do meditate, even for a couple minutes, it really does help give me clarity, and all of the thoughts that come to me, I can kind of organize and think of how I can prioritize my actions moving forward. It's 9:44 p.m. and yesterday I edited on my phone because the night before that, my laptop was being extremely laggy and I didn't want to risk it again. And I still don't want to risk it, so I'm going to edit on my phone again, but I'll be back when I'm finished. My goal is to be done by 11:30. Just finished my video. It is 11:22 p.m., so it did great on time. I mean, it is still late. I'm not going to get too much sleep, like 6 hours hopefully. But I didn't overcomplicate the editing like I usually do, so I'm happy with myself. I'm going to go ahead and update this so I can go to sleep. I'm not going to lie, it was very hard keeping my eyes open editing tonight's video, and luckily it wasn't a ton of footage. But this video is, and it's a ton of value, so I'm super excited for it, but I'm not excited for editing it, but I have to do it regardless. And we did another day full of input, and we're already 18 days in a row, which is absolutely amazing. All of these investments are compounding, and I'm feeling better and better by the day, minus the lack of sleep. But after work tomorrow, I get 2 days off, so I'm super excited for that, and I'll be able to refresh and rejuvenate. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and as always, stay sedulous.